All right. Into the news. Oh, this is kind of news. It is news, I guess, but it's also keeping together the narrative that we've been doing. A Russian priest has been suspended, and police are investigating after a 1-year-old boy suffered scratching during a violent baptism. So there's also a baptism of violence.
Only in Russia. Yeah.
And yeah, the priest was just pushing this baby's face into a font that was too small for this big baby, and just shoving it in. He's got
to be right under the water, or it doesn't work.
Yeah. And the mother's like screaming and trying to get him back, and like, give me back my baby.
Yeah,
that whole thing. Her son Demid at the Marienburg Church in Gachina near St. Petersburg. The mother said he did everything to hurt the child. He saw that he was big and that it was not possible to dive him into such a small font. Just baptize. He had to splash the water on his head, but still he decided to do it his way. The little one was crying and wriggling. I was afraid. I ran to him. I tried to take the child away. I nearly caught fire.
What?
There was candles.
Oh. I was running so fast.
Never interrupt a baptism.
No.
God will set you alight. You don't think I know how to do a baptism? Bitch, you on fire. There were scratches on his shoulder and neck, and he suffered from panic and hysteria.
Christ.
But the priest defended his actions and said the baby didn't swallow any water. He didn't hit the walls of the font. I've been serving for 26 years, and I've always christened children like this. I performed my church duty.
Did they check his... Did they check his Yelp reviews before they...
The baptism Yelp. Yeah. We wanted a baptism by violence is what we wanted.
Yeah.
You know, not a lot of people want it. You know.
Yeah, but and
a baptism by fire.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's double baptized,
and he delivered 5 stars.
He's been suspended for a year, and police are investigating.
Ugh.
No more baptisms for a year.
Did you ever watch that video of that guy old priest that was baptizing a baby and it wouldn't stop crying, so he slapped it?
Hand of God.
Like he was holding the baby,
yeah,
and the baby was just crying in his face because babies do that when you've just wet their head in that. And he just like slapped it across the face, and the dad just kind of did a double take, like, and then just was like, give it back. Like, just goes, no,
we're having
a baby.
Second thoughts.
Yeah.
Slap my baby.
Yeah, it's like it was very restrained. It's like I'd have clotheslined the guy.
He was holding the baby, I guess,
through the font.
You have to like pitch back the baby,
yeah,
and then
close. And then tackle him through the stained glass window.
I believe there was a line in House. Where it was something to do with the mafia, right? He was treating someone who's in the mafia, and this baby was crying, and the guy in the mafia just leant down to the baby and said, "Stop!" And the baby stopped.
Yeah.
And he says, "The trick is they have to believe that you're going to hurt them."
Yeah.
There needs to be I think any amount of assertiveness triggers something in a human being.
Yeah.
Probably different with babies. I mean, there's that famous MASH scene where Hawkeye, who's like the main character surgeon, is traumatized because she watched a woman break her baby's neck because like the Koreans were circling in, the North Koreans or whatever.
Right.
I forget the Korean War. The bad guys were circling around them, and the baby was crying, so they had to kill it. So maybe not all assertiveness. I mean, the neck break is pretty assertive.
That's
juju, bad juju.
Yeah.
Oh, the other funny thing about that is because it did fuck with me a little bit for a little while. It was just one of the weird things that happened. And I was talking to this guy I know who I've mentioned to you before. As I don't know him very well, but he's got some, social anxiety or kind of deals with depression. And you can always tell because a lot of people are very open about it. And it was just one of those things where like I'll say one thing and then he'll top trumps it.
Yeah.
And like we were chilling out for about an hour. And he said, just most importantly, like, are you okay? And it was so like out of nowhere because we were talking about something else, and then at the end he was like, "Well, I got to go now, but you're okay, right?" And it was like, "Oh, that's a really weird." It was a really weird feeling to be like, "Oh, that you mean that traumatic experience that is, that happened? Oh yeah, it's fine." It's one of those things. It's weird how you talk to some people and they just kind of don't address it or don't think about it.
Yeah.
It's one of those weird things, and to the point where it was weird for me to somebody to ask about it.
Yeah.
It's like, I've already told you. And he's like, how's things going? Well, just, I've watched someone die this week. I think I'm going to be able to handle today. Yeah, it was just another weird thing that happened.
Yeah.
In other news, a Cambridge University student has died in Madagascar after falling from a plane. Just fell out of a plane. was going to the bathroom, unbuckled a seatbelt, whoop, out the plane.
What? How?
It takes a darker turn, but that was the main article.
Yeah.
I forgot to get the other article, but it turns out like she just jumped out.
Oh.
And like crew were trying to stop her. She was like doing some kind of... How do you do that?
You're not meant to be able to open the doors.
It was like an emergency door, I guess. But yeah, you're right. You'd expect there to be some kind of safety feature. Only when the alarm is on can the emergency doors open.
They did like a strength test, and they said because of the way the air pressure on the outside balances with the inside, like they measured like the strength of the strongest person in the world, and it's like that person could not open the door. Like even with all the safety features disabled, just because of the amount of force that you have to balance the air pressure, you couldn't do it. Well, so maybe, I don't know, what the fuck happened?
Well, this one was over Brazil, and I think it was like a really small aircraft.
Yeah,
it wasn't
it's not like a big, like a jetliner.
Yeah, so it probably wasn't going very fast, and it probably wasn't going very high.
Yeah.
So, would it be easier if it was higher?
The kind of plane where you go and there's always a
parachute. The kind of plane that like lands on the water.
Oh, right, okay,
I mean?
like
a small plane. They were just like driving over the Brazilian jungle or something, and she just fuck this, jumped out. And like the first article was she fell from a plane, and like it's all because she was 19 years old. She was doing an internship, in the Northeast African island nation. The Foreign Office said a Cessna style light aircraft, which I think is the like starter plane that you kind of people who start to learn to fly have those kind of planes,
right?
Small kind of. Flight Simulator 95 starter plane.
It's got a propeller.
Yeah.
It's not a jet plane.
Yeah, it's one of those. And apparently she just jumped. And like people were just like, why did you jump?
Yeah.
Try to help her out.
That would be a double take situation. I think if someone was trying to jump from a plane, I wouldn't immediately recognise it because it's so foreign. Just be like, I don't know what she...
This plane's got a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. Like something like that, I'm not sure I'd have the responsiveness to be like, wait, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I think they'd be gone. Because I don't think I've got it in my brain to believe that someone would actually do that. Yeah. Or to be able to put myself into the mindset of someone that would.
There's definitely an amount of surrealism there. It's like, that seems so weird.
Yeah.
But I don't want to rub salt in the wound, but falling from a plane isn't a great gravestone. Just to be judgmental.
Well...
I wouldn't want to fall from a plane. It feels like jumped from a plane, yes.
Yeah.
But not fell from a plane.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, it takes.
She wasn't reaching for the life jacket and just like whoop fell out the side.
Yeah, no. And if you've fallen into Madagascar, like, what's the chance of them actually finding your body?
Yeah, I guess
you don't get a grave. No grave for you.
Just do a gravestone.
Yeah, probably.
Just please put jump from a plane. Not fell.
Yeah.
Because fell seems worse.
Fell seems like whoops.
Fell feels like clumsy.
Yeah.
Well, he's so clumsy in planes.
Yeah, bit like Mr. Bean.
Yeah. Did you read this this week? This was a big thing. A Brazilian gang leader tried to escape from prison by dressing up as his daughter.
Yes. Yeah. And they were just going to leave his daughter in there.
So his daughter visited him in prison. He dressed up. There was like a rubber mask.
Yeah.
And all this outfit. And then like he left. He tried to leave and she was just in his cell.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was. I'll read through it. Prison officials say the nervousness displayed by Clavino da Silva, also known as Shorty, as he tried to leave the prison in the western part of Rio de Janeiro dressed as a woman, gave him away. So what they didn't... And if you see the image, it's not terrible disguise.
No, it's quite well done.
It's not the best. Like,
From-
it doesn't look
from
100%
20 feet,
person. Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't
You
matter.
wouldn't double take
No.
immediately.
No.
But you'd be like, that's a bit, something's off.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be like, that's obviously a guy in a suit. You know, that's obviously a father inside of a daughter's body.
Skin.
Yeah, his plan was to leave his daughter inside the jail. They're looking to see maybe she's an accomplice. So whether she planned... Well, I guess like he must have been brought this face that he wore, which is like a rubber mask.
Yeah, well, that's it. How are
face
you
and
going
all
to get the disguise?
all the gear? Well,
Yeah.
maybe he took the clothes she was wearing, but she wasn't wearing a mask, I don't think.
No.
I don't know. Yeah, loads of photos of him, and there's a video of him like being caught and like take off this, and state your name. No, don't do it again.
Oh, right.
So I kind of went in. In other news, the Brazilian gang leader who attempted to escape prison dressed as his daughter has committed suicide.
Oh.
So he's dead now. You can survive a lot of things in the gang world, but dressing up as your daughter and getting caught, you cannot survive.
No. So has he committed suicide, or has he, in quotation marks, committed suicide? Is there speculation?
He attempted to flee this prison.
So it's like South America.
He appeared to have taken his own life.
Right.
So I guess they're still looking into it or whatever. But yeah, well, yeah, he's dead now. Like he tried it. That was his one get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
They annulled it, and so he killed himself. So it's fun. Got one of these this week.
Oh.
It's muted. Seagull.
Seagull.
It's not muted anymore.
Quickfire segment.
Yeah, an Indian man, apparently angered at getting a BMW for his birthday, pushed it into a river. I don't want a BMW!
Go in a river!
Yeah.
Something to be fucking do.